as you return to the space above Barglock, you can see Owen Reed looking out the window after the station's been repaired. You see the Armada has returned, though only a few ships joined you since they, they took different routes. And you see, right then, I shall prepare to take back Vietnam. And you hear him saying this in the room that he's called you all to. It's like a meeting room. And Brian, you see your mother on the screen.
Hello, Mother. We did it.
I have heard. Though I was not expecting Owen Reed himself to contact me. I have explained it all. Do not worry. I made myself to be just as much as a hero.
Wait, so you explained your entitled, humanitarian, egotistical plot?
I mean, how I saved your planet? Yes. And he says that he's like, enjoy your call. I am done here. I must prepare to take back the Annam.
Okay.
And you see him walking out the room.
God, he's such an ass in the hole.
Perhaps.
An ass in the hole.
He's not so bad.
Prava, join me for wine later. We will train once again to teach me how to make those constructs.
Oh, sounds lovely.
I'm gonna look towards Kuzon, Thiveron, and Prava, and I'm gonna point at Aaron as he's leaving and say, you see that? That is like 95% on Fraxus, and that is why I had to leave.
He did figure out that I told you a small lie.
What did you lie? Why would you lie to me, Mother?
I knew that they were planning to attack it. I mean, they didn't exactly steal the data from me.
You gave it? You used it as a lure to draw them out.
She nods. I apologize if that put you in danger, but after I saw what you did, I thought you could handle it. I was a little heartbroken that you thought I could be that incompetent, however.
I mean, you haven't had the great track record, Mother. And you were kind of relying on that for me believing your story. So don't blame me.
You see, like, she while was a little embarrassed about that whole, like, using a law to basically get her enemies out, we did learn a lot. Oh, by the way, roll me intimidation or medical if you want to do a little torture to your captive, just so I know what information you got over time.
Aiden would like to do that, as this is kind of his specialty.
Hold on, I got
Never
a nice
mind.
16 bonus to intimidate, so it might actually be my specialty.
Basically, Prava, you're not using torture. As I said, medical is a torture thing, so you're basically squeezing the information. Aiden's standing there all intimidatingly, because a 15 is still good. So you're still standing there intimidating the room as Prava's like probing them. And over those 3 days, you do gather that what they call the Fifth Guardian, and Brian would know since you can take a 20 over those 3 days to remember, finally,
Okay.
that there is no Fifth Guardian. There were only 4. The first Guardian, Dohane, the goddess that carved the earth. The second Guardian, Neatal, the guardian of metal, who filled it with the ores. The third Guardian, the one who gave life. And then the fourth Guardian, who is Komanar. That is the Guardian that keeps the others in check. Essentially, it's the creatures that you found on there that hunt evil. Essentially, that belongs to the fourth Guardian. Brian's people believe themselves to be descended from the fourth. But whoever the fifth is, apparently the assassin mentions that it's one of Brian's people and one of the leaders. And your mother does confirm this, as she found out who is apparently your uncle, the leader of the warrior caste. Apparently he sees himself as much more of a fifth guardian, one that's meant to unify the clans. That is how this all started. If things are brought to light in a way that does not worry every other clan, then I believe most of them will join back on us. This is a careful political movement we are making.
So we can unite the clans by uniting them all against Uncle Blavin. So technically, he would get what he wants, we would unite, but to take him out.
You are clever, daughter. Yes, we are trying to use him to unite the clans. We are essentially using his own plan, but instead, it will ensure that we would be the leaders.
So I guess we just come back, return the Anam, and then we kill Uncle Blavin, and everything's good. Right? Is that...
As I said, there will take time to even start this political movement. It is not an instant fix, and Aaron is already preparing to teleport Vietnam back. And coming back is something I have to talk to you about. Bryn, from this day on, until it is decided, you are banished from the planet.
Why? What?
Because you were correct before. You are not fit to be a priestess like me. However, before you continue, you are fit to be the future priestess. And the future of this planet is not one that is situated within this planet alone. You must learn about the outside world. You can see you're getting a bit choked up, actually.
Prava is buzzing with excitement. He knows where this is going.
And you must develop new skills, new experiences that are needed for the future of our people. No more will tradition forever hold us down, but instead become a part of us that is the future. I only banish you so you may go on a pilgrimage. Go with your friends. Become stronger. And return to me even better than you were before.
Thank you, Mother, for having this faith in me. I will become better. I'll help lead our people to this new chapter. Join us into the Pact Worlds, and by gaining an understanding of the outside world, hopefully I can help lead and unite our people. I will do you proud, Mother. I will do everything I can.
I am glad. Her voice wavering. After everything is sorted, the borders will be open again. I'm sure our people will join you among the stars, and I hope they will hear of your bravery. Promise me only that you'll be careful. For while I may have been harsh on you at times, I care and I don't want you to be harmed.
I will. Thank you, Mother. I will visit and write often, I swear.
I look forward to it. I had to lock your father outside of a room, otherwise he would start crying.
Oh.
Bryn, I would like to formally invite you to join the crew of the Perseverance.
It would be my honor to sail with you guys. Space sailing adventures.
Space adventures.
Yeah.
And you even have the dog tag to prove it. We all have one.
Despite my noble speech, you can come down and collect your things if you want. I don't believe you took much in the way of clothing before you left.
So banishment happens after I'm able to like get my things and stuff.
Of course, I won't send my daughter out without.
Wait.
So, essentially, are you going to go and pick up your stuff from the planet?
Oh yeah. What other things do I have?
Basically, you get, a complement of clothing, like all the clothing.
Cool.
And I'll upgrade your weapon after the session, do not worry. And it's like your father marks on the hand, and it's like from daddy to his baby girl.
Prava's like already on the phone with the people from the Vigilance. Like now that Bryn's an official member of the crew, like she needs a room, she needs a space on the space station.
Can I have a very humid? Can I humidify my room? Can I have like
at least 3 humidifiers? What else do you need?
Pillows, lots of pillows.
Oh yeah. Do you want like to grow any of the plants from your homeworld there? Do you want to grow one of those big mushroom things?
That would be lovely.
Okay, yeah. We'll make sure we get a sample as we leave the planet. We'll grow it in the garden. It'll be so nice.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, we could probably, if you have samples of useful plants, we could probably get some and put it in the aquaponics back on the space station.
By the way, your brother does come up to you, like, as you're gathering up all this stuff, like your weapons be worked on, and brother's like on the net, like, yeah, go prepare all this. And your brother comes up and says, I hope I do get to visit you soon, sister. I plan to go out and we'll see the pact vaults as soon as trade is opened again.
I would love for you and your lovely. Are you guys still dating?
It's only been like almost a week. Yes, we're still
I don't.
dating.
I had
That's
total
short.
faith in you, Bayard, and Lil's continued. I didn't want to be insensitive in case something happened while we were, extravaganzing.
Anyway, if you would like to visit her, our space station is in orbit around Akiton. We also spend a lot of time on Absalom, so just make sure you contact us in advance and we'll tell you where we're going to be.
Yeah, it's floating above a desolate wasteland that no sane creature would live there by choice, and there's constant space battles.
Kuzon
You can't miss it.
toothy grin. That's where I come from.
I mean, in a lot of ways, kind of the opposite of your planet. It's very dry, whereas yours is very dank.
I'm gonna start up not a Discord server, but the equivalent of a Discord server for tech geeks, and I'm gonna invite Bryn and her dad to it.
So do you have like these you have like a Discord server essentially in this universe where all of your families, like Aiden's mom's there, Aiden's dad's there, you have Brian's parents there and a brother in it, but you have like separate channels, like this is the geeky channel only for us geeks.
Since I'm proficient with hacking, I wanna hack into that server when they're there and talking about something and just yell nerds and leave.
Roll for it.
Oh, I will. Don't think I won't. Nerds!
I'll control alt fuck you.
You get blocked and a small message appears on your screen.
Mom, why?
I made his mom a moderator of the server. So it's me, Bryn's dad, and Aiden's mom.
So far, she's the only hacker in this game that we know about that's so good that if you look at her bio, she actually hacked her own bio.
She hacked it outside of the game. Oh god. So, as everybody's like cleaning up, is there anything you guys want to do before you leave Baglak?
Aiden goes to the blackboard of the ship where we prepare our plans and our next mission and objectives. He wipes everything clean. Now that Brian's world is saved, he makes a little drawing of them all dancing happily with the giant crystal above their head, Zelda style, like, yay, mission accomplished, guys. And then writes out with big letters, vacation, ... leaves.
Now that we're not in a rush, Prava is going to take the time to make a small grave for Sal near where he got vaporized.
Oh, if you do that, you notice that last time, because Prava was out of it, there is actually a small grave with rocks and raised. Aiden actually did that for him.
Okay, I guess Prava's going to visit that and notice that and just, say
Pay
some
your
words.
respects.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join him and pay my respects with him. It's always good to support a bro.
Looks like you're not going to be able to come back home for a while, Brian. Do you want to have that drink in your local tavern before we say goodbye forever?
Oh yes, I could introduce you to our local libations.
Is that like a fancy word for party girls?
It means drinks, Aiden.
Yeah, I mean.
I'll try.
She's
some-
offering to get you wasted.
But why didn't
I'll
you
try
say
some
so?
swamp
It is
alcohol.
the only proper send up. I'm trying to act more sophisticated. Excuse me.
Well, excuse me, princess, but if you're offering drinks and, getting drunk under the table, manners go out the window.
I mean, yeah, but we haven't gotten pissed drunk yet. We're about to. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to clean it up. You gotta leave tomorrow. You're not gonna be the one that has to clean this up.
Let's go celebrate banishment.
I can imagine that Thiveron joins on the flute and basically makes this music.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you enter the tavern, you hear "Bryn!" Like the people of there seem to know her, and it's like, I think you can gather what kind of princess she was.
Party princess.
You see people like enjoying a drink, laughing it up. Now that the restrictions on outside and stuff have been lifted, and people are all getting along with each other. You see some of the scientists once again back as they're enjoying meeting old friends that they made over time that they were researching there. It's like, yeah, no friends, yeah.
It felt like we didn't actually do a lot in this job, but just seeing this site makes it all worth it.
I want to thank you all for, like, you literally took me off of the street and listened to my story, and you you helped save everybody, and I don't know if I would have made it this far if it wasn't for you guys. I'd like to have a drink with you guys to new friendships and to many adventures to come.
Yeah, to many adventures to come. We're just paying it forward. You're going to do lots of good for the Pact Worlds, I can tell.
I mean, you seemed like you seemed plucky and young, and that's usually type that we hang out with. Us versus the world, baby.
Hey.
You see your father in the background holding up like a small keg of like mushroom beer, just.
Prava doesn't usually drink, but he's getting wasted tonight.
The car is autopilot. It's fine.
Thank God I installed autopilot. Noelle takes a few defragment herself.
If the
So-
AI gets drunk, that's an achievement.
I'll let. Here's what we can do, right? I don't know if this would work, but it would be funny. Is if I load Noelle into my exocortex and I get drunk, if she just like gets secondhand drunk.
Sharing the sensation. Yes, you could try that.
At least be able to simulate it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what's happening. Just like, oh god. What about Aiden? Is he joining in?
He's actually drinking water because he's got a kid to look after right now.
The kid is enjoying her last time on the planet, basically, because she
Yeah.
knows she's going with you.
Now that everything's calmed down, Aiden is just constantly with her left and right, so he's not drinking. He's just drinking water.
By the way, she comes up to you and says, Aiden.
Yeah, what is it, little one?
By the way, she just spoke common. She smiles happily.
Man, kids learn quick nowadays.
As she should. You see Aaron right next to you suddenly drinking what appears to be some sort of like he's in a wine glass, but it's clearly the same stuff everyone else is
Wait,
drinking.
did you just say Aaron, as in Aaron Reed?
Yes.
As he casually speaks next to me, I just turn around a little bit and say, "So who invited you?"
I am an honored guest. He says, I did save everybody.
Of
No need
course
to
you
thank
did.
me. But yes, I made sure she's gotten a suite of learning programs, along with rewards. Here, take this. He hands you a small card.
I hope one of the books you gave her was about humility. It seems you missed that one in class.
It is the highest grade of learning programs, do not worry.
Aiden, when you're one of the best, you gotta act like you're one of the best.
Okay,
I'm
Prava,
glad you understand, Prava.
I think you've had enough for tonight. I think I'm gonna have to cut you off.
Aiden, just listen to Tin Man. Don't.
Aiden seems to be getting pissed that he's the only one who's sober in this situation. He's getting grumpy.
I mean, Thiveron's sober.
Listen, Aaron, look, you should drink. Look, you're just so uptight here. You should drink more. Drink this. And she hands him like the most alcoholic content drink that is available.
Thiveron, when you get drunk, does your vision still get blurry?
I'm not going to answer that, Kuzon. You're intelligent enough to answer that on your own. But I'm enjoying this ginger ale and pizza.
Do I sound sideways to you?
Very sideways.
You see, of course, the mushroom lady's there as well. She's like, "Hey, I brought extra party with me.
Rosalia, they let you into the city, yeah.
Let me. I'm always allowed in."
I just assumed that the city wouldn't let drug dealers inside, you know?
Guys, before I leave, can we listen? Can we just do just go and do like a little prank on the librarians?
No, by the way, you heard City here. What about we TP the palace? And you see your father leaning between you, Bryn, and Prava.
I'm gonna pull out a cross-bolter and just like literally take the arrowhead and pierce a piece of toilet, like pierce it through a piece of toilet paper.
Perfect.
Just to demonstrate his ability, Prava's gonna like mummy wrap her telekinetically. Like, yeah, I can get way up there on the palace. Let's do it.
One last act of debauchery. Let's go.
You see your brother going, "Yeah, let's go." And your father's coming as well. Very totally fine, TPing their own home.
Man, your mom is gonna be so mad at your brother and father.
Yeah, I can't believe they are just acting out. Oh.
In the meantime, Aiden's just gonna stand in the background with the kid on his shoulders and watches the whole thing happen.
By the way, Aiden, since you're the one watching, you do see that there is royal guards just standing there letting this happen. What are they meant to do? There's the king, the princess, and the prince just doing it, and it's like, what are we meant to do? Stop
So,
them?
just out of curiosity, guys, how often does this happen?
Before the princess left, a little bit, but we were ordered to stop her, but the other two.
So how on a scale of 1 to oh boy, leave the planet, how mad does her mom get?
Very mad. Yeah,
Kuzon goes between like extremely fun to be around to extremely sad to be around, and those are the two extremes.
I mean, that's just drunk people in general. That's just how.
Yeah, it's like, there goes. Oh, I'm coming down. So after the night, you guys are just probably scattered across the planet at one point or another. One of you may even be in the Lizardman town. It's like, how do you get here? So after you have all pied it down, is there anything you want to do before like you finally leave off back to the Packed Worlds?
Alright, that's enough fun. Let's split.
Yeah.
That's enough fun here. Now to plan a vacation for
Now
more
it's time
fun.
for a vacationer.
Before vacation, though, we really gotta drop by Akiton. Just a quick visit.
For what?
Well, I got word while we were on Brian's world from my people. It seems that they came back from their mission. I sent them undercover to raid one of the Tenebrae Guard's facilities. They brought back some souvenirs and some information that we need to get through. And besides, and Aiden points to the kid in his arms, I have to make a delivery.
I mean, we have a swimming pool anyway, don't we?
Are you gonna drop her off on Akiton or Absalom?
Yes, what I meant to say is Absalom. Exactly,
Okay.
Prava.
Stick on warp. Stick it there. It's war.
Yes, no, we're not leaving the child on the fucking death world.
I mean, that is what you said.
No,
so-
no. I'm pretty sure you're still drunk, Prava. You're still drunk.
My children live on Death World and they're doing just fine.
Father, I made a nuclear device today.
Just
Speaking of, I hope you guys are not drunk enough to set off a nuclear device.
I mean, I have one in my inventory.
I'm so proud of my children making nuclear devices.
I am a nuclear device.
So,
Speaking of which, didn't we literally take a nuclear device from the facility?
yeah,
I got
Brian
one
has
in
it.
my pocket. It's in my pocket.
I feel like Thiveron gave it to Brian only to stop himself from using it.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's like, I want to use it so bad.
Well, that and he found it on Brian's planet, so he's like, "You should have this."
As much as I really want to set it off.
As much as I love explosions.
Should we like visit the Anam before we leave Brian's planet? Actually, just to make sure it's in its place, and I guess Brian's mom can oversee that. Yeah. The Absalom bound.
If you're Absalom bound, then eventually you'll get back on your ship. Of course, if you guys didn't take good care of yourself and drink water, you would have hangovers by the morning.
Oh, probably never drank. He didn't think about that. He's hungover as all hell.
It's like you're just in the captain's chair, like just move forwards.
Just get us where we're going, and don't make me look at anything bright.
And while everybody's hungover, Aiden has taken the liberty of giving the little child some musical instrument, something very loud and obnoxious to play with all over the ship.
She is happily playing music in like one of the corners of the ship if she's allowed to. Noelle's watching over her. She has a robot butler that's getting her things if she wanted to. So, as you're about to enter the drift, Brian, you see your planet now has the Reed Foundation station hanging above it, and you don't know what's ready for its political future, but you know one thing is sure. All of you have made a big impact this day. And whatever its future holds, well, hopefully later you can find out as once more the drift opens up and you leave the site of your planet. But this time on good terms, as opposed to in a crate. Now, during this trip, I suspect, Kuzon, you wanted to, even in your hungover state, you wanted to do something with that robot body.
He's just sitting there with like nursing a coffee and like a cold water bottle on his head, really just sitting in his lab working with Noelle to make the operating system.
You can roll computers, or you can take 10 during the day's travel. And you also see the other arm, and then the legs, and eventually standing before you, Kuzon, is a robotic body.
Ooh, that looks sick.
You see Noelle's eyes on the dome screen of the helmet, like looking around. See small bleep bleep from her.
I'm just like, it's like, all right, Noelle, don't get too excited. We gotta test out the servos in your arms and legs. And I'm basically gonna spend some time like having her go through the like, you know, testing the arms and like doing whatever checkups. What is she doing?
You see, like, she's trying to pick up stuff. She's trying to walk that she never walked before, and you hear a bunch of crashing, and she actually knocks something off. But she's actually stable on her feet. She's like, yeah, she's like moving about. She eventually meet the others as well.
My girl, and Prava's gonna teach her about hugs.
I just like, Noelle, remember, it's like fleshies, squishy and soft, gentle.
She's as gentle as she possibly can be. She's like,
As Kuzon says that, Aiden rolls his eyes and goes, "Speak for yourself." And then I poke her on the cheek.
She like walks back and forth.
This is the coolest design you could have possibly gave her. That's so good.
I had to pick something with a screen face, otherwise her emoticons wouldn't make sense. I worked way too hard on these to be able to throw them away.
Yeah, that's so cute.
But yes, you activate over these few days, and does anybody want to do anything within the drift before you reach Absalom?
Lots of healing.
Of course.
Yeah. We all got pretty beat up.
I'm glad I actually challenged you over combat. But now you have returned to the Packed Worlds, or at least the center of it.
Finally back to civilization. No offense.
I have to ask, where are you parking? Absalom or your station? You did want to upgrade your ship, so sadly your station doesn't have the capabilities.
Definitely Absalom. I gotta swing by the HQ anyway, so...
And once you land, you see, once again, people going about their business within the station. They're all going through customs and the like. Yeah, as you look around, you see the news going around. And if you look in your quest log, you can see the latest news.
Oh, okay.
The stuff at the bottom is grayed out is oldish news. Is around about 2 weeks old, given your flight times. No, a bit more. About 3.
Where's my invitation, Smiles?
Wait, where do we see the news?
You
In the
do have one. Quest log.
Oh, that's right.
You do have an invitation, Prava, in your emails.
I was gonna say, assume that the news are speaking about how that Reed guy basically saved the planet or something.
The news is basically just saying how the Reed Foundation is establishing trade and transport ties with Bargak.
Oh shit, the Culinarium! We do have tickets for that. It's coming up soon, huh? Can't believe it's been half a year.
Speaking of the culinarium,
Wait, Jackal was hired as a personal...
Jackal, yeah. click.
Which one are you clicking on?
Jackal hired to be bodyguard of unknown celebrity. Click to find out who.
How the fuck did they get Jackal? I can't believe he'd stoop so low to guard some kind of celebrity prick. What the hell?
Of course, you see Jackal's like normal appearance show up. He's all posing for the camera and the like. Well, not exactly posing, more like somebody just took a picture of him out on patrol. And you see, like below, they're all theorizing. They're saying, could it be the idol that visited Absalom? Could it be going to the culinarium since it's such a big event? It's like, could it even be a small celeb that they've interacted with before? It's like even your name comes up, Prava. So could it be Prava, up and coming?
He looks so cool.
He's an asshole. Don't worry about him.
The Jackal.
Look at him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She hasn't been around for a Jackal arc.
This seems like a cool guy. Wow.
No, he's not. He's not cool. He's very lame.
Oh no, the Jackal's awesome, Brian. Look, I got his autograph here.
You got his autograph? Oh my god.
Prava!
Yeah, we run in the same circles. We run into the Jackal all the time. If you stick with us, you'll get a chance to.
Anyway, enough about that fucking prick. Also, Prava, burn that autograph. That shit's worthless. I'll give you one of mine. Don't worry about it. I'll give you an autograph.
My autograph's worth more than yours.
Oh, Prava.
Oh, burn.
That's enough of us standing around dealing with fucking bureaucracy. Let's head back to base and chillax and get something to drink. We can think about what we're doing afterwards. How's that sound? I'm gonna keep the kid on my shoulders as we head back to HQ.
Alright then, you pass by that and you head all the way back to HQ after almost a month away.
And as is tradition, as soon as I walk in and start removing my shoes, I yell, "Honey, I'm home!"
Well, usually
Okay.
tradition dictates you're carrying souvenirs.
I am.
True. The child counts. But as you do come in, you hear, okay, where are they?
Where's what?
And you see Moana basically step out from the side and like staring at you, then looking down towards the kid. It's like, okay. And she immediately
This
kneels
is
down.
Sika Juven. This is the person you never wanna piss off around here. Her name's Murana.
Moana's just smiling like the best she can. The kid's a little intimidated by all this.
Don't worry, she's not gonna snap your neck unless you provoke her.
Oh yeah, that'll calm her down. Come on in, relax.
Is Grabby around? I need to talk to her.
Yeah, she's just out back. And she's gonna hold out her hand for the child's hand, who's a little hesitant, but eventually takes it, and Moana takes her towards the kitchen, probably to feed the girl. Proper food.
I'm gonna go find Grabby and in sign language tell her, Grabby, we got a new recruit. You're in charge. Take care of everything. Here's the war funds. I give her 100 credits. I salute and I say good luck.
She nods in agreement, but then signs back. I thought I was in charge.
No. I am in charge. But you can be in charge of the new recruit. I'm in charge of
She
you.
nods.
I'm the boss.
She understands.
I'm gonna say like get her some new clothes, get her some toys, show her around, buy some ice cream for everybody, do whatever. Here's 100 credits, go nuts.
She is immediately going to start going off towards like outside and towards the shops. She knows what to do.
Good. In that that case, Aiden's gonna crash on the couch and start taking out some drinks. So, what do you guys want to drink?
I don't even want to think about drinking after that party on Boglog.
You
That
see,
was a fun
that's
night.
It's like it was a week ago and it still affects me.
that's your problem, Prava. You're not consistent enough, dude. As long as you keep drinking, everything's fine.
Oh my god. Okay. So you picked your first destination, the Culinarium. Now, is there anything you want to do on Absalom before you head off to do this feasting? Or did you want to add any +1s? Because one of you is going to have to bring Bryn as a +1.
Yeah.
Or, since
Well, I guess
Kuzon may not want to go, he can just pass off his ticket to Bryn.
Yeah. So Brian gets a +1 now.
Oh. I wonder if my father's in the area.
Anyway, since we've got some extra tickets, how's about we bring along, I don't know, you guys brought along your people. What about, oh, Thiveron is not here, right?
Oh, well, your +1's already accounted for, Aiden.
Wait, it is? Who did you invite? Murana?
Let's leave that for a surprise.
Aiden looks confused.
Oh.
We could take Murana and Z, but
Yeah, that's
can
what I was
Murana be
thinking.
away from the kids for that long?
Oh, don't worry. I've made sure that nobody takes any missions for a couple of weeks until everybody recuperates. So all the mercs are gonna be back in base. The kids are gonna be fine. I mean, you know what? Since we're already at it, why don't we just invite the Benefactor and her? I mean, the Benefactor's rich, right? He can probably take care of himself.
It's kind of weird to invite someone and say, hey, do you want to buy tickets for yourself to come to this event? But yeah, Prava's gonna call.
Ah, he's a rich
Alright.
asshole, he doesn't care.
As you're calling, Elabor, you see the Benefactor picks up. It seems like he's in a meeting room as he holds the camera up to himself. He's like, yes, hello?
Oh, Josie, I never expect you to pick up.
Ah, yes, this is technically a work phone between you and us. It's just
Oh.
Elabor normally has it.
Oh, of course. Are we interrupting something right now? It looks like you're in some kind of conference.
No, everything is fine. And you hear in the background, it's like, is he on the phone? What is he wanted me to talk about?
Oh, we're just making plans, you know. We finished our big mission on Backlog, and we're looking to take some downtime. And we were wondering if you have any plans. Or...
Well, I can clear up my schedule. I don't see why not.
I don't know how tough it is to get tickets to the Culinarium, but I'm sure with your connections, I think it'd be a great bonding experience for all of us to go together.
Oh, that? I was going to take Elabor.
Oh, wonderful! You're already going?
Yes.
Oh, that's the best news I've heard. Oh, hey, it's in a couple days. We'll meet you on the Adari. Gonna be our first time back there since everything went down. We should probably be kind of inconspicuous, huh?
Yeah.
That may be difficult with your ship.
Oh, well, the ship's in the shop. We're actually planning to taxi out there.
Oh. Well, then I'll just give you the codes to my hangar. Just park there in your, well, taxi.
Awesome. Yeah, perfect. You have a personal hangar on the Adari? Man, your connections really are deep.
I'll send you the coordinates then. I'll make sure Elabor gives you a call before we leave.
All right, thanks a lot. I'll let you get back to your big important meeting.
And Josiah hangs up.
That reminds me, on the personal hangar that I've got on the Adari, I did leave a lot of stuff. I should probably, since we're going there, take a look, see if everything's alright since it's been a while. That place better not have been looted or something.
Alright, is there anything you want to do on the station before we leave?
I don't think so, but...
As you get into the taxi, I suspect you bring whatever gear and bits and bobs you want to take with you to the Culinarium, and the ship takes off and starts flying towards Absalom Station. It's going to take a few days, but thankfully the small yacht that you're on is got amenities such as a small bar. They make sure to do tours. It's like, yes, as you can see, I can turn this flying by right now. It is a desolate place of scum and villainy.
Absolutely, what a shithole. That space station that's flying above it, though. Look at that cool place. You should bring more tourists there. Seems like a cool place.
As you can see, a lot of junk is flying above it.
I'm gonna slap him.
Wait. So why of all the places did you choose to do your spaceship above Akitan?
Good question, actually.
That was Kuzon's idea. He's got a lot of investments in that planet. He's from there, and he wants to try and help a little bit.
I don't know if him having 5 kids on that planet counts as an investment, Prava.
He also wants to help with the restoration effort and help expand the green zone a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
At any rate, I feel like this thing would go faster if they let me drive.
Yeah, why don't you go out and get out of our hair for a little bit?
That sounds like a good idea. Aaron goes and he's trying to pester the driver to let him drive.
And Prava silently apologizes to the poor captain of the ship that he just...
I mean, he just has to realize at some point that the universe is a big place and not everything conforms to his exact ideas of how things should function. You would think as someone who grew up in the Pact worlds and has come across many species, he would realize this. I mean, it isn't that hard to pick up on.
It's even more confusing. His parents are dragons and he's human. Like, I don't know how he's so human-centric when he didn't need a human until adulthood.
Wait, he has dragons for parents? That's dope.
Oh, maybe we should go to Traxxas. You haven't met Rory and Gogo. Oh, Aiden.
No.
Yes, nothing like their little monster.
Perhaps we could go to the shooting range again as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm not much of a weapons person, but even I'll admit, Rory makes the best toys.
Prava has a +1 there throughout the entire yacht trip, by the way. She was just like, "Hee!" she had her flipping cooking utensils out, just yes. Because the culinarium, Brian, if you look up on the net, is essentially it's not a yearly thing. It's like only few, like very rare occasions where this happens is where cooks from all over, like near space, come and share their cuisine, and it's a grand, glorious party.
So wait, what's the name of the cook girl, chef girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way she is as a carafa, so she's got an elongated head. She has 4 arms, and each of them are just holding a different cooking implement. It's like yes.
I
So
don't know much about the Outer Worlds cuisine, so I'd love to have like an inside scoop, a learning experience, expand my palate kind of thing.
It's gonna be amazing. Don't worry about it.
Different food from all over the galaxy, the melting of race in a literal cooking pot. It's beautiful. It's art.
Is there like a big chef that is like, man, this is the one. This is the place you got to go to because this person is best chef in whole galaxy, kind of like a Gordon Ramsay kind of.
Well, I don't know who Gordon Ramsay is. He sounds like a hack.
Does she mean random Gordy?
Yeah, I know random Bodhi.
Gordy.
No. This is a Boglachian. The Ram is amplified. See, it's Gordon Ramsay. And
oh, I see. It's from your native planet.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't have heard of him. He's kind of a big deal on Boglock.
Gordon Ramsay. I hope maybe he could make it at some point.
Maybe. He makes a mean grilled cheese.
And that's where you guys are going to exit out from, going down from one of the pillars into the nearby city.
Ah, yes, that. It's been a while.
As you have met, the Benefactor is waiting for you after you docked his hangar, and now you're going down towards the city. You see the Benefactor there talking to Available.
Now, Bryn, Dia, I do feel obligated to warn you. The last time I was here, I did kind of piss off the government.
What did you do to the government?
Well, it was my big stream debut. See, we were hired to quietly suppress these riots. And instead of, you know, hiding that they were happened, I sort of live streamed the whole thing.
Essentially, you see people. There are many other races here this day. Like they all come for basically the party of the Calarium. While you guys are going there yourself, everybody seems to be setting up their own stalls, their own stuff. Like this seems to be a day where people can share their food and culture even on the streets.
Oh,
Nice.
Look at this beautiful exchange of culture and ideas.
It's a shame that we don't have a celebration like this for guns.
Usually guns don't bring people together, but food does because, you know, as they say, everybody eats.
As you're heading towards like the transport with the others, as you're chanting "evil lake trout," you see a lot of commotion. You hear like some of the guards going, "Look, you cannot wait here." And you hear a voice going, "I am waiting for someone. Of course I can wait. Do not worry, little one." And Bryn, you recognize that voice.
It is my father! She runs.
It's like, and he pushes the two guards aside, opens up his arms. They're like, what the fuck? This guy is still taller than all these guys as well. He just like holds up his arms like, oh my god. I was hoping I would see you before you entered.
You made it in time! Oh, it is good to see you, Papa.
Well, thankfully, when we entered the Pact World, I was told of your location. So I was able to make it here before you arrived.
Oh, that is lovely. Would you like to join me and eat a lot of food?
Can I?
I mean, I have a +1.
He's smiling. He's like, yes, I would love to.
And wait, why were you guys giving my father a problem? She goes.
They're like, he was loitering.
What you man can't just stand?
Not like if he's in the way of things. He's a rather large person.
Discriminating against my father.
Thiveron will step forward and say, "I'm sorry, sirs. They're from the new Pact World. You see, a planet where they don't share the cultural traditions of this planet, nor have they been largely exposed to them."
We will, since this is a day of a culinarium event, we will let it pass for now. Just be more careful in the future.
Yeah, Bryn, just a warning. The
Yes,
people,
I'm sorry. Tourists,
my
you know.
people here are very strict and very traditionalist.
So man can't stand because man is big. That is not right. That is not
Man
right.
can't stand where it disrupts the peaceable order of society.
If he would like to stand chaotically, he could stand in the red quarter.
Ah, yes, Prava, why don't you enlighten us about civil rights and how we should keep the peace on the Dari?
And not disturb the traditional order of things. And he glares at Prava.
And I glare at Prava.
Like the big guy is going, well, it's sorted now, and I'll be on my way. So there's no point in arguing about it. Let us go.
By the way, who told him that Bryn is here? Prava, did you tell him?
Huh? Oh, I contacted when you gave me that card.
Oh, that works.
Hold on, where's our other guest? Prava's looking around.
Mm-hmm. Other guests? We're expecting someone else? The Benefactor says as he looks around.
Yeah, Aiden's +1. I could have swore I told her to meet us around here somewhere.
Aiden just shrugs. Whatever, maybe they didn't want to come. You gotta tell me who it is at some point. Anyway, let's get going.
Also, why is your father shirtless? Like, the Benefactor looks towards you, Bryn.
What,
We're
man can't walk around without shirt?
Yeah, you want him to hide those massive pecs? He must have worked so hard for those. Why shouldn't he show them off?
As much as I don't agree totally with the traditions of this place, I do have a reconfigurable device that you can use to wear something. I made sure to bring it just in case any of our companions are lacking in clothing. You can use it. Your dad seems to go, oh, thank you. He's like, I forgot to dress. I was so excited to meet my daughter, you understand. He's like, trying to figure out how it works.
Do you often forget to wear clothes when you're excited?
It happens more times than not. All good times. Anyway, we should get on the transport. I wanted to go in one of these.
Can you fit?
Of course. These are built for all races of all sizes. And it's like, you go in, there's large seats for like with trucks and stuff, but like he can fit in a normal seat. He's just that's bigger win.
Come on,
And you
you
get
gotta
in the
want it.
tube train, and as it zooms off through the Adari, and as you near the Canarium, you can see the grandiose nature. You pass through the many farms of the Adari, all the different the fruits, vegetables, everything they're growing just pass you by in a stream of color. And as you get closer, you see waving cloth dancing in the air, people, music filling the sky. It's a grand affair.
Ooh.
And you see the people like lining up, getting their tickets and everything. They're all in front of the culinarium. There's people taking pictures of like celebrities that have gathered.
Hey Prava, since you're pretty famous at this point yourself, do you know if there's any, idols or celebrities here right now? Anybody we should be on the lookout for?
I mean, they're just here enjoying themselves. We shouldn't, like, bother anybody. But if I look through my social media friends, maybe there's someone else here. Prava's gonna, like, just browse the net briefly to see if, like, anyone, like, Smiles or anyone else involved in streaming is planning to visit here.
You can see the fact that it seems like Smiles is streaming, like, just outside of the event, but it doesn't look like he was invited. He's more or less acting like a, yeah, look at friends that got it. Oh, he's a lucky bastard. And you see that he's over by one of the big pillars. Like, one of the pillars that lead into the culinary proper. The doors ain't open yet.
Hey, we've got one space for whoever didn't show up. Why don't you invite that person?
And as you say that, you feel a tap on your shoulder, Aiden.
Thiveron, what's up? I turn around.
Yep,
Hello.
I knew it.
Oh, you did make it!
Yes, I thought I'd wait by the door.
Oh, that's a good surprise. I thought I'd see you much sooner. Aiden, this is your +1.
What Ellie, hey, fancy meeting you here. What a
Thiveron will
nice...
put a hand on Aiden's shoulder and whisper in his mind, "Courage, Aiden."
Shut up, Thiveron. Prava, hey, buddy, can we, like, talk for a second? I'm gonna grab Prava by the neck and start yanking him.
No, Prava doesn't budge. He does his best to resist, and he's like, Aiden now, and he gives him the coldest look you've ever seen him make. Like, don't you think you should spend more time with your fiance?
Prava, what are you doing? I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Oh, you know, she's such a nice girl, always waiting to spend time with you, and you just leave her neglected back on your home planet. It's just unconscionable, really.
I can imagine him saying all this as the other ways. It's like, I can narrow my eyebrows at you now.
Ellie, why are you here? What about school?
Didn't you hear? It's break.
Oh, it's that time of year. Yes, of course it is.
And since, well, Prava's invitation came over at time, I decided to come over. And she's already come over and leaned against you. So we can spend some time together at the culinarium.
Yes, that would be wonderful. So nice.
This is another friend, Bryn. This is Ellie. She's from Aiden's home planet.
Hi, Elliot. It's lovely to meet you.
Hello, Brian. I have seen you, though. I mean, through the streams.
You watch the Switch streams?
Yes, I do, along with, well, his mother and the like.
Oh, it's probably the only chance she gets to see Aiden.
Yes, he is a busy person.
But don't worry, he has all the time to spend with you now we're on vacation.
Oh, you're on vacation as well. Perfect.
Well, it's a stretch according to vacation, really. The ship's in the shop. I mean, it's only gonna be like a few days, and we gotta go back. We're like super busy, you understand?
Oh, no. We got like a couple weeks of shore leave ahead of us. So if you want to steal Aiden for a couple days, you got Captain's permission.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Aiden is going to try really, really hard to manifest his inner power of killing people with the glare.
Sadly, your power does not manifest. You swear you did it once when you were a kid.
That's how I
You
beat my
can
dad
do
when I
it.
was 5.
Exactly. For some reason, it never came back.
Aiden just accepts it.
Your father is ready for you, Brian. He's like, come on, let's go. I'm excited to taste all this brilliant food.
Let's go.
You ready, Dia?
She's speechless. She's like, yay. So I can't believe I'm gonna be able to taste and cook everything. Yes, I'm ready. I think. Is my hair okay? She doesn't have hair. But, Thiveron, you do notice as you enter on in, you know, because since you've lived here before, there are some prominent people here, of course.
Right.
There is even the head of like your order of Talavat, like the head priest is literally off in like the corner chatting away with other religious figures. And as you enter, you see tables lined out like a buffet. You see different places with islands of cooking utensils where people are flipping food and cutting things up.
First, Thiveron walks over to the table with the head priest, bows his head and says, "Greeting, head priest."
You see that he looks up towards you for a moment. He gives us like a small nod of appreciation, but then he seems to recognize you. It's like, you are Thiveron, correct?
Yes. I've been away from the temple for a few months at this point.
We have done investigations on those pain cultists.
I would be very interested to hear the result of that investigation, but for now, I believe dinner to be not the right time for that sort of thing. I'll bid you adieu, sir. I will reach out to set up a meeting to talk about that investigation, though. Like, he's like tripping over his words as the smell of pizza hits his nose.
It's like, of course. Come and join us for something to eat later. Have a good time at the party.
Thiveron bows as politely as possible, but his feet are carrying him directly toward the pizza immediately.
I can just imagine him fumbling his words going, I'll meet you at the pizza, I mean the place. But pizza won't.
Yep.
It's like, this is probably going to be the most expensive pizza I ever tasted in my life.
Well, it's truly artisanal taste. He knows exactly what he's after.
Do we have to buy all the food, or is that included with the ticket?
As you pass through the door, there didn't seem to be anyone checking your tickets, but you did see small flashes on the door as you passed, so they seem to know that you're a ticket holder, and anyone in here is just being served. Like, you can literally have anything you desire here. You see literally what looks like you know, one of those chocolate fountains, but it's colored gold.
I go to it. How do you eat? Do you just put your mouth in? That doesn't seem hygienic. How do you consume from this vessel?
You see that there's several sticks, there are some fruit and the like, exotic fruits, all lined up.
Every single fruit is being put on that stick. It's like overloading that stick and just
Your
straight
father
in.
is doing the exact same. He's like following your lead. He's like, yes, this one. He's like putting it all on. He's like dipping it into the golden fountain. He looks at you as you're about to bite it. He's like at the same time, and as you do, it does taste like chocolate, but there's also like a sense of like, you ever taste those as a kid, those small crackling pops, like they pop on your tongue?
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's subtler than that, but it is like that. It's like, and it's like, so smooth and rich. And your father's just like, I love a packed worlds.
This is wonderful.
Meanwhile, Prava is like, oh, like doing his stream. He's like, has to take the disguise off quickly. You just see Dia like already going up to what seems to be one of those flat surfaces that are heating up, and she's like looking around for ingredients. Is like asking people like, what do like chefs coming here do? Can I cook and stuff like that? And you see, yes, here, take what you can, cook on this space. And she's already like preparing to cook for all these rich and famous people around you.
Exciting. I'm glad that she's in her element, enjoying the whatever she's making. I want to be the first one to eat her cooking. When Prava drops his disguise, he's also going to be in that fancy dress that he got from the dwarf. He's going to be in like the gold light dress.
Yeah, the golden dress that sparkles a little with the crystals of Brian's planet. Yeah.
He makes sure he like instructs the symbiote to like look around to get like a nice 360 degree like panoramic shot, but he's staring at what Dia's cooking as it does.
The symbiote is actually clever enough to do this. It's actually like the metal is wrapped around the like recording devices, slowly twisting around and recording the area. It catches Thiveron like pizza.
Fucking tourists. Nom 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 nom.
It sees Brian's dad with like playing around a bit with the food and sticking like a like trying to stick weird things onto a kebab. Yep. It's like, I'm sure this will fit.
Pizza kebab.
It's like everything goes on a stick.
King and princess being most uncouth people at the whole place. Yay!
I'd like to imagine that they're marking their territory and not letting anybody else near the fondue fountain.
And as like Dia offers you out noodles, Prava, the symbiote's still turning around, still panoramic shot, and it catches like the Ellie like sitting on Aiden's lap, who's feeding him food. Basically, she's calling him over in the.
Prava doesn't see it, of course, but later as he goes through the footage, he's definitely framing that one.
Oh God. But yes, basically it's a grandiose party. If any of you ever have any like celebrities you like really enjoy and are high status, essentially they are there.
Is Talbot there? No. Well then, okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Do we see Jackal?
Oh God.
Roll me perception.
Oh no. Can't wait.
Why you gotta ruin my day like that, man?
Your dad is like, suddenly puts a sheet of what appears like, it almost looks like a sheet. It's like, Brian, taste this. It's like, it's almost like a bed sheet. It's like, taste it. It tastes like marshmallow. It's like, you gotta pull it in a little bit. It's like, yeah. Clothes you can eat.
Clothes you can eat. Edible clothes. Oh God. Oh, I did want to talk to the Benefactor.
Oh, of course. You may do that.
The League of
You see him-
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
You see him at one point excuse himself from his high society to go and get a drink, which is a perfect time to catch him.
Excuse me, Mr. Benefactor Hosier? I don't know how you like to be...
You may call me Josiah.
Josiah. Okay. Well, I see. You seem to be very good at this political socializing, and it seems like I'm going to be tasked with trying to help integrate my planet, and I realize I'm not very good at the talking and schmoozing it up. I was wondering if you could give me some pointers sometime, maybe?
Ah, you wish to know how to talk. And he looks around for a moment, making sure people are not, like, see him or can hear him. He says, you wish to learn how to talk bullshit, is that it?
Exactly. Okay, you seem like the perfect person to come to this, because this is exactly what I need help with.
Yes, political matters are, well, they are bullshit, but you have to play it at some point. I can teach you a few things. In fact, you could get me away from them for a while. Come, we'll eat and talk.
Perfect.
Your father, meanwhile, is like over by Thiveron at this point. It's like, This pizza thing is amazing, and yet so simple.
Yes.
He's definitely the type of person that folds his pizza and just takes like a big bite. Just shing.
If you're going to eat it improperly the right way, and then gives him a cup of sauce to dip the pizza in when he folds it.
Yeah, it's like, that's and sauce too.
As Aiden takes
There are many things I can teach you.
There are many things about food.
As Aiden takes a look at that scene, he just exclaims, you know, when I first offered Thiveron pizza, I had no idea the rabbit hole's gonna go that deep. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it nice and short. Just greet them, offer them, you know, the classic where businessmen meet and they exchange their cards. I'm gonna give them a few cards, get a few cards from them, shake some hands, and be back on my way.
As you go on your way, you do hear a small commotion.
Seriously, guys, causing problems here today? What's going on?
As you look over, you see what appears to be, well, a large, almost boar-like thing trying to stand up. Like, it's like, that's a blasted thing. I thought it ran out of lives. Keep it down.
What the hell's going on over there? I'm gonna go take a look.
And you see one of the patrons, like, as you pass, he goes, looks like one of Hycelian rast beasts wasn't put down properly. Like poof, poof, and it's like this almost like purple with a blue streak down. It's like from its head down. It looks like a boar essentially, but with more longer legs. It's like, someone stop it! And it's like starting to skid around the floor. You hear some people are laughing at the like spectacle, though others are dodging out of the way.
I'm gonna try to get its attention so it can charge at me.
What are you gonna do since it will charge at you?
I'm gonna start making boar noises in the most hilarious way possible and start, you know that motion where with your foot you just start scraping the floor as you're getting ready to charge. I'm basically gonna provoke it.
Roll athletics. I would say the ball isn't massive, but it's like up to your knee, like just above your knees. As you have to duck down, you grab it, bring it to the ground, and you're like wrestling it on the ground. People are like, yeah, like enjoying the show of like this ball being wrestled down.
I'm gonna wrestle it down and take out my knife, and I'm going to try and slit its throat. Sorry, fella, but your dinner tonight.
Okay, that's actually really cool. Okay, so as like you put your knife just in the right place, and you see like a red blade just about to enter, but stops as your blade already entered. He's like, guess I wasn't needed.
I'm gonna look up. Is that Jacko?
He's just looking down to you. It's like, you gotta keep hugging that boar.
Aiden's gonna promptly get up from the thing and grab it under his shoulder and put a handkerchief underneath so the thing doesn't bleed all over the place.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say.
So, fancy meeting you here. I heard you're somebody's lapdog again.
Ah, yes, for bodyguarding work. Where I get to, well, enjoy the sights and sounds of this place.
Ah yes, nothing beats a bodyguard that's too busy stuffing his face and enjoying himself.
Oh, come on, I'm more professional than that. I haven't ate a single thing since I got here. Well, I gotta go get back to my bodyguarding work. Make sure to behave now.
Uh-huh, you too. Aiden's going to go back to the place the boar ran away from and plop it on the table.
You can see him like, thank you so much. Perhaps we were about to skin it when it ran away. Would you like the pelt?
I mean, if you're offering, I won't say no. This thing, like, honestly, never seen anything like this creature, but from what I've touched of it, damn, that pelt is very fluffy.
It is very fluffy, and it changes color in different climates too.
Holy shit, that sounds amazing.
And I think as Aiden's going back towards Ellie, who's literally latching onto you and like falling over the fact that you just took down a mighty beast.
Ah yes, the mighty beast.
So as the kind of event continues on, they start bringing out drinks, and you see like a little bit more of the exotic stuff is kept within the back if you ever go there. It's essentially like they're a weirder type of food, like sensory-based food, food that you don't actually eat but hold in your mouth, sort of deal. Like they're live, like almost insect-like things that give you the sensation of eating food, but you don't eat them. Like they're really weird stuff is kept in the back, but remain kind of over there. Yeah.
We need to try those.
Is there any shop open that might be able to do something with the fur that I just got?
You already got ideas for your fancy fur.
Well, you are full of people with servants all around you, essentially. You could ask them to go and do it for you.
I'm going to find a servant that seems free and tell him to take the pelt to a leather shop or something and have them turn this into or a mink, like, you know, that you put on your shoulders kind of thing.
Just like a decorative fur. I think they're just called like fur.
Yeah.
They nod and go, okay, we will send it off right now, sir. And like scurry away to get it done. And by like a little bit later, they do come back with it, and it's like, here you go, sir.
Oh wow, you work fast.
It is gonna be like half an hour later.
That's still fucking fast. And I'm like, okay, let's see. I'm gonna take out my cred stick and give him 200 credits.
Oh, thank you for tips, sir.
Don't worry about it. You did a good job. Go get some food.
He's like gives a nod and a bow and then starts to scurry away with his tip.
And when Aiden goes back to the sushi place to eat with Ellie, he's actually gonna offer that to her as a present. Since, you know, she kinda liked that entire deal with the boar, she can have the trophy.
She, of course, like takes it off your hands, is like blushing away and holding it. It's like, yes, for proof of your victory. She puts it on her shoulder straight away.
She's perfect for you. Wife that girl.
Ah yes, that amazing story of how I took out a big piglet.
She wants the proofs of your victory. She wants your warrior's tokens.
This isn't the lizard tribe, Prava.
I imagine Prava's off somewhere being like an obnoxious streamer boy, like someone on stream is like, I bet you can't make like an 18 patty burger and fit it in your mouth.
Yeah, strangely enough, they would accept that challenge. Like, all the cooks here are accepting any challenges you give them.
I imagine Prava's off somewhere being like an obnoxious streamer boy, like someone on stream is like, I bet you can't make like an 18 patty burger and fit it in your mouth.
Yeah, strangely enough, they would accept that challenge. Like, all the cooks here are accepting any challenges you give them. They're just like, yeah, okay, fine.
By the way, we never did find out, but who's sponsoring this event? It's gotta cost like an arm and a leg.
Like, many people. If you look, there's like a list of sponsors that go on and on and on. Even the Reed Foundation is on the list of sponsors.
Of course.
They provide some of the meats and vegetables and stuff from foreign planets.
They provide all the ingredients that are egocentrical and snooty.
Wait. So is Aaron here? Is he at this event?
Did you take a look around?
Perception.
Right. Normally, that would be enough in this crowd, but all like you can clearly hear like, ah yes, of course, give me the finest dishes that you have.
Hey Brian, it's your favorite businessman.
No, I don't want to have to deal with him. We just got away.
I was gonna grab a couple cups of wine from somewhere and just go up to Erwin and be like, "Ers."
Oh no.
He eats food. It's like suitable. I don't deal with mediocrity. And he turns around and goes, "Ah, Prava.
Here, I brought you a drink, the finest class I could find here."
Perfect. It's good to see you. I did not know you were invited. He like puts an arm around you, like all buddy like.
Yeah. Probably the exact same way. There's an arm on his shoulder, like, yeah, it's good to see you again. Didn't think I get to see you so soon. Unfortunately, we can't have another bout here. They could use the training, but a meal is fine too.
I have learned much. I have tried copying your technique, and he makes like a small little box in his hand through light. It's like it's an amazing technique.
Oh, and you're already so adept with it. Is that a hinge on that box?
Yes, it can open.
My.
He like flips it open with his pinky. He's like, amazing, right?
I'm very impressed, yeah. Takes a long time to figure out moving parts in this kind of construct.
And he's like, as you two talk away, you can see your father, like, not your father, sorry, Bryn, your father, is like looking over, stuff his face. But yeah, the Carnanium is a thing that goes on for a few days. So if you guys wanted to spend some more time here, that's fine. Or if you guys wanted to go off and take part in your beach, if you wanted to go to the beach, you can.
I imagine Prava would at least want to spend a couple days here, but like, we don't need to like RP all that. I imagine we can just like flashpoint that.
Also, I fear if we stay too long, like, Thiveron can only have so much pizza.
Yeah, but that's like a large amount. Like,
That's where you're wrong.
it's gonna be like a week before we reach that point, I think. So.
Yeah, Thiveron looks up at you, still eating pizza, and challenges you with his like stare, and then continues eating more.
So everybody enjoys like eating at his place, like all the fantastic foods. Dia is actually making like big contacts, Prava, according to my roll. She rolled ridiculously well. And I will say that I also GM rolled for this, and I will show you. You have earned another 475 subscribers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
For being a ground level streamer at a high profile event like this. It's
Yeah,
like,
we gotta see
this-
all the days if that's the numbers you're pulling.
I mean, when I'm used to dealing with the 100,000s, it doesn't feel like that much. But you know, every new family member on the channel is a celebration to Prava.
I'm telling you, man, it's going to his fucking head.
After like a few days, like the benefactor is like walking towards the transport, like, ugh. Edible is like supporting him. It's like, I'm too old for this.
Maybe you should drink and eat less next time.
It was so good though. Your father, even your father, Brian's like, Finn's like, yeah, so good. Did you want to go straight to the beach?
It's up to everybody else.
So when we're talking beach, so what planet? Are we heading to Castrovel for that? Are we heading to... Prava's never been to Castrovel before, so new planet's exciting.
I just got to ask, just for confirmation, you do ask Rosa, right? About like being invited?
You know what? Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
If you get that, then she will offer a certain place on Casaval.
Ooh. Okay, if Rory's got a recommended beach, first of all, Prava's gonna ask Aiden if he's heard of the place, but he's gonna trust his friend if Aiden has no complaints.
Aiden, that is essentially a family holiday spot.
Oh yeah, we go there all the time. I think my family has owned it for like 700 years or something. It's pretty sweet.
Well, I can imagine if Rory's the one maintaining it, it's gonna be immaculate.
The cool thing is we're not snooty like the other families. It's not like privately owned, so there are a lot of people enjoying the place. We just, you know, look over it.
Excellent. So there'll be locals to... Yes, let's go there then. If that's fine with everyone else, of course.
Yeah, you should have seen back a couple of years back. I would pick up so many chicks there. Like now that Thiveron's here, the plan was like, he's the perfect wingman. Look at him. He's intelligent, smart, and he's a dog and very fluffy. He's like the perfect wingman.
Ellie's like, but you don't need others.
Yes, of course, I would not do that.
Mm-hmm.
I again glare at Prava because my plans literally went down the shitter.
It's like, I'm sure that everything will be fine. Finn goes, I'll be up for a beach. What's a beach?
It's a place where sand gets coarse and everywhere.
You know that lake by your town? It's like that, but the water is like water and not... It's not like solid, you know? It's...
Also, you can't see where it
Water
ends.
isn't solid, it's just viscous.
I swim in it all the time. He says it's probably that's where his muscles came from.
No wonder your people were so buff, Bryn.
You have to be strong.
That reminds me, in that case, why aren't you buff? Did you sleep during swimming classes too?
I did. I would sail on top of the water instead of swim in the water.
I guess that's kind of cool.
She's as Dia finally gets onto the yacht with her like new cooking equipment that she
Looks
got
like somebody
from
had
the
some fun.
planetarium. You can see her on the yacht. You can see her like going through all the different contacts she has. She's like all over your Prava. She's like giving you hugs. Like she's so appreciative about the entire thing. Friendly, of course.
Yeah.
This
I
is a
thought
first.
this would be perfect for you.
This is a first for me. I never saw anybody be more excited than Prava.
It's like thank you so much for that, Prava. That was a once in a lifetime thing. It's probably changed my life.
You'd think it was that big? I just thought this was a fun trip with the friends, but if this is a life-changing event for you, I couldn't be happier.
For a cook, yeah. I'll be honest, I picked up a few investors there as well. I think I'll actually turn my store into an actual restaurant.
Oh hey!
Amazing.
That's
Then we
good
gotta
news.
talk about that branch office on the Vigilance then.
Yeah, I mean, with as many contacts as I have, I don't think it will be that hard.
Well, I'm happy to hear that for you. You deserve it, dear. It seems that Prava can be a good friend when he wants to be, and I glare at Prava.
Oh, but wasn't it nice to spend quality time with your fiance?
Stop calling her that!
But is she not your fiance?
We're just childhood friends.
He promised to marry me.
And how old was he when he made this promise? Just out of like, how did it go? Tell me the story of your engagement.
Aiden is actually curious to hear that story as well.
It's like, why would you want to hear it? You already know, she says, looking to Aiden.
Yes, I know all about it, of course.
Exactly. But if you want to hear, she starts regaling you with like story after story about how how Aiden always like stuck up for her when they were kids. The time where she almost took off his arm when she was trying out teleportation magic.
Oh yeah, fun story about that one. We were testing teleportation circles. We were gonna be late for school, so she decided to teleport us there. I spooked her though because I tickled her. The teleportation went on awry, and when we arrived at school, I was missing my arm. That was the second time I lost my arm.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, everybody decided she finally snapped and decided to beat the shit out of me and kill me or something. It was hilarious.
So what do you count the woman who ripped your arm off?
So, as you've invited everybody, they're also on their way towards the beach as well. And as you're coming in, you see the glorious wildlife and lush planet that it's known for. Like, almost shining below as there's flowers the size of, like, battleships just looking towards the sky as creatures fly by your yacht on your way to a resort.
As one of these big flowers comes into view, I look towards Bryn and say, "You can't bounce on those."
Oh, that's too bad. It looks very bouncy.
It is pretty nice to sleep on though.
Soon you end up in one of the many islands of the Kosovo region. You see a resort shining bright and white, towering above the pure green of the area. The sea is a sparkling blue and so clear you swear it may as well be made of crystal. You can see several fences around, however, as you come into the resort. Apparently signs are saying that all dangerous creatures are kept at bay. Or as much as they can. But you do basically sign off on risking yourself, since
Yeah.
it's still a dangerous place.
Don't worry about that sign. Trust me, I've been here many times. Like, anything worth killing is nowhere nearby.
Hold on, that's not the kind of stuff you say in our line of work, alright? That's basically guaranteeing a sea monster attack.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being paranoid, Prava. It's not like jinxing is the real thing. Like, no giant monster suddenly gonna pop out and cause a scene or anything.
Not a nice peaceful beach day. If I have to manifest my flare once, so help me.
So help me God. And as you make it there, because of course you gotta have the proper music.
Yeah. The experience has to be Hell yeah.
There we go. Perfect. As you go into resort, you see several servants like, welcome, welcome. Are you the party of a Pendragon?
That's us.
This being has basically, if you think if Cthulhu was essentially a humanoid shape, essentially this is what your maitre d' is. He's like, perfect. Then please enjoy your stay. Your keys are at reception. Your rest of your party has already arrived.
Oh, nice. Looks like the gang's all here.